Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Get early access to all of our interviews, including the monthly Chichester chats with writer and comic book legend DG Chichester, new episodes of classic Capes and Lunatics shows, including The Quantum Zone, This, That, or the Third, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes or go to patreon.com/capesandlunatics. Hope to see you there.
This is Ron Mars. You are listening to the Capes and Lunatics podcast.
In brightest day,
in blackest nights,
No evil shall escape my sight.
but those who worship evil's might.
beware my power.
Green Lantern's light. Hello and welcome back to Sector 2814, the Green Lantern podcast. I am Phil. Joining me, as always, Master of the Core.
I am Will. Hey, everyone.
And tonight we're going to cover, well, I guess unofficially call this Lights Out Part 1, as we see things in a Green Lantern book we've never seen before in the last 6 months. Oh yeah, we're going to get into it, and we're going to get into the origin of this Relic fella here.
Yeah.
He's a big man around these parts.
He is a big dude.
All right. So, Will, do you want to talk about anything else before we get to these issues?
Please tell me we have something to talk about besides this, Phil.
I don't know. Oh, you got some new Quasar cards.
Oh, yeah. There we go. Yeah.
So did you pick those up online?
Yeah, eBay.
Cool.
So, anything going on with I think they wrapped their first week of shooting on the Green Lanterns show, Lanterns.
Oh,
Lanterns
really?
show, I think.
Hmm.
I think I saw that on Reddit. So,
Interesting.
Green Lantern 20 comes out Wednesday, I guess.
Yes, sir.
Tell me you got something else, man.
Nothing DC. I don't think. Daredevil Born Again starting soon. I just finished my rewatch of the first 3 seasons of Daredevil.
Hold up as well as you remembered?
Yeah. It was good. It was good.
Excellent.
I can't wait. Have high hopes for that. So
Phil, what do you think about that brightest day?
I don't know. In retrospect, it doesn't seem that bad, does it? Hey, Will, how do you feel about those 90s Guy Gardner issues?
Yeah, those are awesome, man.
Hey, Will, okay. Hey, Will, how do you feel about those Action Comics Weekly issues?
We should really talk about those, the things that we were supposed to never talk about.
Will New 52 era go down in history as the worst things we've ever covered? And how all through the Quantum Zone in there is the New 52 era the worst thing we've ever covered?
Oh God! Against Star Blast, man, that is. That's I'm gonna.
We might have to do some kind of weird hybrid of like Sector 2814 and the Quantum Zone at the end of New 52, just to be like, what was worse?
What was worse? Yeah, because I don't know. That's hard.
Yeah. Well, at least, I mean, Starblast only lasted a few months. New 52 was like 3 years.
Plus years, yeah. 3 years, yeah. Wow. Yeah, I was really hoping that the new creative team would kind of get their legs under them, but
now
I don't know.
Now we're on new teams. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
well,
so
at least Starblast gave us new stuff.
They aren't even attempting to enter our orifices.
There you go.
I think New 52 is.
Yeah, I think you're right. I don't know. Let's jump into the individual issues, okay? And then I think we could come back around and talk about kind of Lights Out overall and why I think that there's some really fundamentally wrong things with it. At least in my opinion.
Okay.
What do you think?
Oh, yeah, that's fine with me. Oh, what a shock. I mean, I got to check one last one, but there might be no synopses for these.
Oh, so we might just talk about it overall, then that might even be a better way to
Yeah,
go at it.
yeah. Although we should talk about the first one on its own, because 23.1 is the origin of Relic.
Yes.
Then we can talk the other two as a whole. Yeah.
Which had some really nice art, you know?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
I mean, they used they started out with 3 splash pages, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Well, how many panels did you want, Will? I mean, the whole story is basically
10. They're all splash pages, aren't they?
pretty much. Yep.
Every page is a splash page. Wow.
Well,
Wow.
well, at least they got it over with quickly. Yeah.
That is true. That is true. Yeah. Okay, let me see if I can explain. No, there is too much. Let me sum up.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I was wrong. I was thinking the wrong thing. No, New 52 wasn't 3 years. That was like, God, it was like 5 years.
Yeah, it's like almost 5, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, so we find out the origin of Relic, which, okay, let me back up a little bit. I think Relic has a really cool design. He looks cool. He's this giant from the previous universe. Galactus. Exactly. Gesundheit. But he has a cool look, cool design.
Doesn't have a cool helmet, though.
Doesn't have a cool helmet. You're right. But
he was a scientist in the previous universe.
Yeah, Galactus. Yeah.
And supposedly he discovered the lightsmiths of his universe were. Oh, I mean, and again, they use like staffs instead of rings, but that was a little too on the head that like each color lined up as the same exact thing as in this universe, and
it's all emotional spectrum is the same no matter what universe you're in, right? I guess I don't know.
I mean, I guess that's what panics him because they are similar, I guess. But
so go with me for a second here.
Any word about here? Sure.
Yeah, I see the emotional spectrum is a line, right? Red on one side and violet on the other side.
I feel like we need a whiteboard with like red string.
Yeah, and then the green is in the middle.
Yes.
Now, that is linear. That is just one plane. And then at exactly 90 degrees, you've got the white light of creation because it's broken into those lights, and then you've got the black and death, right?
Yes.
So, and this is just me being maybe pedantic. I don't know. It wouldn't be the first time. The white light is broken up into all the lights of the emotional spectrum, right?
Yeah.
The white light of life. So more life, more white light, more emotional spectrum energy, right?
Yes.
No, in fact.
Well, this whole thing has me confused anyway, because I'm just like, if all these things are based on emotion, how do we have like a finite?
How's there a finite supply when life is always, I mean, I can get mad and suddenly there's more anger in the universe, right? That's the way emotional, the premise is,
plus there's more beings being born every day.
Exactly. Yeah. So it just makes no sense to me.
Yeah.
And Relic is not even consistent in his behavior at this point, right?
No, because when we first see him in New Guardians, he comes out swinging. He don't even give them a chance, really. Here, in these issues, he's basically like, I mean, he tells, I don't know if it was a Green Lantern or Green Lantern Corps. He tells him, like, put down your rings. I'll let you leave.
But he did not do that to the Blues. So, yeah, what the heck? What the actual heck? I mean,
but again,
the idea.
each series has a different writer, so maybe that's why we're
Yeah.
getting inconsistent characterization.
But the idea that the emotional spectrum could, the reservoir, I mean, it's just, I'm just like speechless. I am speechless.
And the other thing, I'm like, even if the Guardians were as evil as they've been from time to time, wouldn't they have noticed? Wouldn't they have known that if that was the case?
Especially since the Green Lantern Corps has been around for billions of years. I mean, it sounds like this is a threat that's for the far off, distant future, like billions of years in the future. We don't get what kind of time scale,
Yeah. I mean, I forget what's coming up, but I'm like, is this the sign because Ion and the others are getting sick, or is it just is Relic doing something?
Well, and the other thing too, the rings have a charge unless they get the power sucked out of them, right?
Yeah.
Lanterns in and of themselves,
Hold a charge.
they get a charge from the main, and then they'll have a charge, and once the main's cut off, I would assume they would keep a charge until theirs ran out, right?
Yeah, I mean, I guess Relic sent out those little bug things to try to drain all the batteries and the rings and everything, but
Yeah.
I'm like, what happened to sticking our batteries in like a pocket universe or something?
Yeah, I kind of thought that's what we did.
It seemed like for a while, but now it seems like we don't do that no more.
Yeah, I mean, so anyway, Relic's origin, I think, goes pretty well.
Yeah.
I mean, they basically make him Jor-El.
Jor-El and Galactus, yeah.
Plus Galactus. So, okay, cool.
But instead of his planet dying, it's, oh, hey, the universe is dying.
His whole universe died, yeah. So, I really think if they wanted to make a more morally ambiguous, don't have him kill the Blues, right? He's just there to save the energy, but he totally straight up murderated them. So,
well, I forget. Did they say something too in one of these issues where it seemed like the Blue was using up the most power or something, or is them something?
Maybe, yeah, because that's who he went for first, specifically.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, and again,
I think they even said there was an order that he went for the Blues, then he went for Green Lanterns because,
No, Green Lantern was last because the last one that died when his power went out, then the universe ended, right?
Oh, I meant, in the present. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, this arc just, I don't understand why the decisions that are being made creatively at this point. But I mean, the art was beautiful on this issue. Don't get me wrong; it was 22 splash pages, right? I mean, it was.
Oh God, are we trying to add something else to this too? Are we once again redoing something else? Like when they show him, like when his universe is like dying, as he's floating there before he goes back into that big. Look what's in the background there.
Oh, the hand.
Is that another thing we're doing again?
I don't know. The hand always has to be there, right?
Like I said, I can't remember. It's been forever, probably since these came out that I read these. But what if they're just like, oh no, the Lightsmiths didn't destroy your universe? It was Cronus sticking his hand once again where it doesn't belong.
Exactly. And that I will say this. I love the way he refers to them as Lightsmiths. I thought that's just really, that is a cool terminology.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. But that's about all I love about this so far. And it gets less lovable as we go on.
Well, once again, we can put it in the prettiest bag you can find, but once again, it's still going to be sitting on your doorstep on fire.
Exactly. I mean, the art is great on both the core and on the Green Lantern issues. So there's
Mhm.
it's just this plot. I just
And again, wouldn't the Guardians have something? Those original Guardians, wouldn't they have had something to do with
well,
like
and these Guardians were original Guardians too. They just walled themselves away for billions of years. So they were Guardians together, and then they broke off. And
yeah? But I'm trying to remember, were these Templar Guardians around when they created the rings, or were these guys Manhunter era, or
I think these were before they created the rings because they were guarding Volthoom, right? Well, the Templar ones, though, yeah, because they were in the temple.
yeah?
Yeah, so they've been walled off since
So
before the Green Lantern Corps.
I get that they might not be as familiar with the rings, but wouldn't those original Guardians have had something to some fail
Like,
safe or
know everything about them because they built them.
exactly? Wouldn't they have been like, oh hey, this thing is slowly destroyed. These things are slowly destroying the universe. Maybe we can, or were they just like, we've got a billion years, we'll figure out something.
Maybe, this reminds me of a Star Trek episode. Warp drive is destroying the fabric of reality.
But only
You
for
can't
this hour.
you can't go above warp 9. I think they mentioned it like twice more in the series or something. But apparently they fixed it, so whatever. I don't know. I mean, yeah, I just this yeah. Yeah. So 23.1 Relic was a pretty issue. Um, it's got a cool kind of origin, which borrows from Galactus, borrows from, the Superman.
Yeah.
Scientists saying, hey, bad stuff's going to happen because it's finite, although I don't know how it could be, but whatever. And there you go.
Couldn't it just be, hey, your universe is at its end and it's dying, and maybe it's taking the emotional spectrum with it? Could that be a problem?
Yeah. Wait a minute. Don't the remains of the Green Lantern Corps go to the previous universe at some point, like Edge of Oblivion, or
I can't remember. We'll have to find
we'll
out.
have to, yeah, okay, we'll have to check on that. I can't remember if that's where that takes place because then they have to get back here to this universe somehow, I think. I don't know, I haven't read it, so
And is the other thing? I mean, were the new teams here like too eager to jump the gun? I mean, we just came from the end of the Jeff Johns stuff, and we had Third Army and all that stuff. Did
I
we
mean,
need it? Do we need this level of event directly after Jeff Johns?
why not go for 3 or 4 or 6 months and just tell some good solid stories and slowly build to something. I don't think we need another universal threat, you know, 5 minutes after the last one, right?
Again, yeah, no. Again, you could find so much interesting content because we're rebuilding the core. We got a bunch of new Green Lanterns coming in here. Make Hal the leader, fine, but try to explore that.
Yeah,
He went from the guy who destroyed the core, Emerald Twilight, to now he's leading the Green Lantern Corps.
lights out. Yeah. But so the issue 23.1 on its own, I think it's a good issue, but it's more prologue than anything, right?
Yeah.
When you get right down to it. So it's not necessarily a complete story. It's just like this is what happened before.
Yeah, just as with everything with New 52, I think we needed more plot and substance to this thing instead of, oh, hey, I'm a big old alien, powerful alien who's come to, shut down all your cores.
Exactly. Yeah. So
So that was the source wall, right?
I think that was the source wall. Yeah. Which every time we talk about the new gods with respect to the Green Lantern, it's never a good thing. Never a good thing.
Yeah, I'm just looking for something for this issue. Yeah. To see, should I do the credits for this one?
Why not? Let's do it.
Yeah, Green Lantern Volume 5, 23.1, which was the Relic. Follow the Lightsmiths. Writer Robert Venditti, penciler Rags Morales, inkers Cam Smith and Rags Morales, colorist Andrew Dahlhaus, letterer Dave Sharp, and editors Chris Conroy and Matt Idelson. So
Yeah, it's like I said, it's a really pretty. I mean, all splash pages though. That seems
see, like we're filling space here. Hey, the universe is dying. The universe is dying.
yeah. Hey, did you know the universe is dying? Yeah, the universe is dying. But yeah, that's what we get.
And you know what
Unfortunately.
they could have did to make his, like, again, we said maybe his characterization's off because of different writers on each book. It could have explained that with, like, yeah, you think you're gonna you think you maybe would go insane if, like, you went through the death of one universe and popped out into another universe.
Maybe.
The death of the universe, a new Big Bang.
Yeah, it's all good, man. It's all good.
And again, wouldn't the old Guardians have investigated this a long time ago? Or was this?
And I thought he comes out. Oh wait, no, he took over those ships and reprogrammed them. So that's how he got his tech here by
Yeah.
taking over those big ships. Okay, because he was the only thing in the kind of cocoon by himself, right?
Mm-hmm. All right. So should we talk the other two?
Let's do it.
All right. Oh, there's the first cover. All right. What we got? All right. Yeah. So we're just gonna talk these as one thing, right?
That sounds good, man.
All right. I'll just do the credits for both. All right. Green Lantern Volume 5, number 24 from December 2013. Lights Out Part 1, Dark Days. Robert Venditti, writer, Billy Tan, penciler, inker Rob Hunter, colorist Alex Sinclair, letterer Dave Sharp, and editors Chris Conroy and Matt Idelson. And then we got the Green Lantern Corps, number 24, from December 2013. Lights Out Part 2, Oa's Last Stand. Yes, kids, we're doing that again. Writers Van Jensen and Robert Venditti, penciler and inker Bernard Chang, colors Marcelo Maiolo, letterer Dave Sharp, and editors Chris Conroy and Matt Idelson. All right. Let it rip. Well.
Oh my God. Just the fact that there seems to be a little bit of a disconnect with the way the batteries work and the way the central battery works to keep at least my understanding. And hey, it's a day that ends in Y. I could certainly be wrong. The way I understood it was the central power battery transmitted to the regular power batteries and then kept them charged. And then you would take your ring and charge off of that battery. So if the central power battery goes away, you're going to have a finite charge in your little handheld battery, which you'll gradually take down as you recharge your ring. If the main battery goes down, there's still power in the little batteries. Unless, of course, it gets sucked out by, a previous Universal Aliens tech or something.
Well, one, remember, Will, there are no rules. This is New 52. You don't need rules. You don't need consistent rules.
That's right.
And two, all right, tell me if you explain this to me. Back when our good friend Kyle Rayner became a Green Lantern, remember he had his own battery, which had kept a consistent charge even after the entire planet of Oa was destroyed. Explain that.
Which he did, by the way.
All trying to save the universe from that evil bastard Hal Jordan.
Hal,
Yeah.
that's true. That's true. But I'm just saying Hal didn't blow up Oa the first time. That was Kyle. Okay.
You see, that time it was.
That time. I said that time.
Hey, it could be worse. I mean, at least he wasn't sleeping on the job like Jon Stewart was.
That's right. So we get the battery explodes again. Ugh.
Mm-hmm.
And then of course that takes Oa with it, although it doesn't really make sense that it would work that way.
Did they say some weird thing where it was like the way they wired it the last time after everything blew up was like it wasn't linked to the planet or something? The central battery. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either, but we get John. I mean, hey, we're gonna sacrifice ourselves so we're gonna run away because we get I mean, and the thing is, Venditti's written a lot of really good Green Lantern stories.
Yeah.
He really has. So I I guess that's one of the reasons I'm so disappointed is because I expected better from him on the series.
Do you think was there an editorial mandate where it's like we out of the gate we need another big event?
I don't know. I mean, maybe anything's possible, I guess, but
No.
But we get a Green Lantern, a new rookie sacrificing himself so that
Because he was very old.
because he was very old, and that's all the old people are good for, right? Ouch.
Well, it was so weird because it was like, Hal was like, yeah, we're gonna get everyone else off Oa. John, you and the rookies, distract them. It's like,
Aren't you trying to save the rookies because they don't know what the heck they're doing yet? I mean,
exactly. I was like, ugh.
there's even a point where John says, now that he almost sounded like the core leader at the moment. I'm like,
If you mean making poor decisions, yes, he actually does. Yes,
exactly. If that's what the core leader's supposed to do, that's what Hal will do.
and I'm trying to remember. I guess we'll get there eventually, but it's like, why wouldn't you start trying to call it like, hey, guy, bring the Reds?
Yeah, or try to reach out to Sinestro. We know Sinestro's out there with Parallax.
Yeah, anybody. It's like he's coming for you guys next. So
Yeah. I mean, maybe not Larfleeze, but
might.
or maybe or
late.
maybe Larfleeze. This is something that's very rare. It's from the previous universe. You should go and get it.
This is something that's never been in this universe before.
Exactly. It's one of a kind. You need it.
Although I would think, wouldn't Relic be able to take out Larfleeze very quickly because there's only one of them?
I would think so, but Larfleeze is often more of a hindrance than a help, right?
Yes.
And I have some questions here. Kyle says he can't teleport that many people. Why doesn't he just contact the Indigo tribe?
Knock, knock.
Yeah, exactly. White Lantern's here anyway.
Mm.
Oh, and by the way, my ring will not heal Saint Walker, even though it can freaking bring back people from the dead.
Yeah. I have a whole lot of questions about Kyle, especially when did he start like Cyclops cosplaying?
Ooh,
That mask
nice.
is like transformed into almost like a visor, right?
Yeah. So yeah, there's a lot that just doesn't make sense in these, and I portend that it's only going to get worse from here.
I love when they're like Kilowog or someone's like, yeah, we can't get a message out to Kyle, to help, and how he's with Carol, which I also intend to ask him about.
Of course. And he should, because the whole thing is just whatever. The battery exploding again, I was just like, come on, man.
Yeah. And I was just, and again, I'm just like, okay, what if Relic's right? What if the rings are slowly destroying the universe? Shouldn't you try to sit down and talk to him instead of, oh, let's hit him? Oh, hey, he says these things are destroying the universe. Let's power him up as much as we can and smack him in the face with them.
Exactly. Exactly. Like, okay, wait, you're telling me that these are, can you prove this to us in some way? Because we're reasonable thinking human beings or aliens that are reasonable in thinking, except for Guy. But it's
I'm just surprised we got to it because I thought this was like the age of decompressed storytelling. I thought that we'd get an issue or two of them just sitting around talking with Relic, just back and forth for like maybe 2 issues going, oh, we'll find another way. No, you must turn off everything now. You must turn off the tap now. No,
power down.
Yeah.
Maybe we've got a few minutes. Let's talk this out, Now I do like I really like what's going on with Guy and the Reds.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we didn't get any of that really, this issue, but or these issues, but I really think that series is kind of the breakout one, at least
Mm-hmm.
for now.
But again, it's like, yeah, the Green Lantern Corps has been decimated. We don't know how much though. I mean, everybody we see in these issues, is that it? Out of like 7,200, is this it? Is this all that's left?
We see Sornik, which is
Yeah.
great because we got to see somebody from the pre-New 52.
Yeah.
Izamat, I think, is still around, and his partner, but yeah, I mean, we don't know. Did they send all the new ones away? Because there's 7,200. You're right. How many of those are left? How many did the First Lantern? How many did the Third Army kill? Did the Third Army did they kill trillions of people, or did they all get fixed? I mean, I don't know. It doesn't make any sense.
Is Arisia still around? Where it's just...
Yeah, I'm still bummed by the rather callous treatment of the Lost Lanterns. I think Arisia is the only one that's left, isn't she? Everybody else is dead.
Yeah. So we brought him back to kill him off again. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's just so we could bring him back so Hal Jordan didn't kill them.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Although I do have to laugh where like Hal basically has like this like necklace of lantern batteries around his neck.
Yeah, that's yeah.
And I love how like Relic's like draining the central battery and all the little ones. He says, see how quickly I emptied it. These universe's reservoir must sorely be near depletion. And they're like, yeah, no, because you're draining it. You're setting all your little robo things to drain it.
Yeah. Yeah. What have we got next week with this? Is it just 3 more parts?
Let me see. Oh yeah, hold on. I'm opening the schedule, but I think it might be because I think that annual's in there. Yeah.
Oh, annual number 2. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was you were right. Yeah, the Flash annual is what we saw.
Yes, I was right about it. Yes, that is the Green Lantern annual. Yes, because we did the Flash one. All right. Yeah. New Guardians next time. Red Lanterns. Yeah, and then the Green Lantern annual too. Yeah.
All right. And then that's it for Lights Out. Lights Out for Lights Out.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh. Yeah, because then we get to that. We get like 2 issues on that Threshold series, and then the Larfleeze stuff. So.
And then we'll come back to Green Lantern, and then it starts the run up to Godhood, I guess, right? Or Godhead. Sorry, Godhead.
I think so. Oh, New Gods.
New Gods.
Oh, then look where we're at now. I don't know how it could get any worse.
Oh.
I know. Shut my mouth. I know.
Please don't tempt fate.
Well, at least soon, somewhat soon here. I mean, we'll get to some of that Justice League stuff with Jessica. So
that's true. Yep, absolutely.
We'll be back with Jeff Johns for a while.
And we do get We do get the Renegade arc coming up too, where the core gets even more decimated and is gone, and Hal's the only one left, and he's pretending to be a criminal or something.
Yeah, I think that's towards the end of this run. Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, here it is. Because Salak's like when the battery was installed, its infrastructure was embedded throughout the catacombs. It reaches down the Oa's core. Its detonation will cause a chain reaction throughout the entire planet.
Okay.
That's not that doesn't seem smart to me. I mean, how many times has this battery been destroyed? So we're gonna intricately link it to the planet itself. So
Hmm.
if something happens to that, the whole planet's going.
Glad they didn't do that with the one on Earth that they, installed after Millennium. So.
Uh,
Yeah. Yeah, and I guess it's a good thing that they must defeat Relic, because I'm sure he'd be going to Earth after that one, because technically it's there now, isn't
yeah.
it?
Although, was it actively running? So either maybe he couldn't detect it, or it's just like it's not. If it's not actively running at the moment, it's not. If it's as long as it's not draining anything from the universe, maybe they're just like he's like, who cares? I can get to that last or whatever.
Maybe, yeah, that might be it.
And again, it's not hasn't been created yet. Well,
Well, and this is the different universe anyway, right?
and it's New 52. Yeah,
Yeah,
you know how many crises we'll go through between now and then.
a bunch.
Well, I mean, we're in New 52. Then we're basically going to go back to get closer to stuff before New 52. So, oh
Yeah,
my
'cause we got
goodness.
the DC Rebirth, and yeah,
Mm, heavy metal, dark metal, whatever.
yeah, yeah, death metal and
Mm,
metal and
rebirth.
rebirth, and yeah, and all in. Hey, we're all in.
Uh, oh man, Relic is petty, man. At the beginning of Green Lantern Corps, he's like, your battery's demolished. He's like, you're not going to use it to drain the reservoir. He's like, get your ring's still in danger creation. I'm like, yeah, for how long? 20 minutes?
Yeah.
He wants the rings now. It's like, and of course, Hal has to try a full frontal assault.
And fail.
It's time to put this antique back in the museum. He says, yeah, the Green Lanterns are one thing that never be stopped, willpower. And Relic's like, yeah, the Green Light Smiths of my long dead universe said the same thing of their resolve.
Yeah. And this this brings us back full circle to the beginning of, what is that, Green Lantern number 21? Where they started out, they're, hey, the batteries are out, our charges are almost out. Yeah.
They're carrying the batteries and stuff, yeah. Although I do like way after he swats them down, Hal says, any crash you can walk away from, and John, for an ace pilot, you sure say that an awful lot.
I did like that.
But again, they're trying to get everyone off the planet, and Hal's like, oh, I'll distract them. And then John's like, no, I'll do it. He's like, this ain't the Navy. You don't have to go down with the ship.
Yeah.
So that's when Hal's like, yeah, okay, sure. You and the rookies.
Yeah. Because rookies, more meat for the grinder, apparently.
And we get the whole, Kyle can't teleport all these people. And
and this comes back to who is on Oa. We've talked about this before. Oa should be kind of like a mecca of cultures from all across the universe coming there to study, because the Guardians have been amassing knowledge for billions of years. Delegates from around the universe.
yeah. And again, well, Hal does say to Salak, to get people off the planet. He says the non-Lantern support staff and wounded. So there's non-Green Lanterns on the planet.
Yeah. But I mean, it's a big planet, right? We're not evacuating a city, we're evacuating a planet.
Well, it's times like these that make me just want to redo all the Quasar issues again.
Yeah, I hear you, man. I hear you.
It doesn't count. We just did live reads last time. We could do
Yeah.
regular reviews. Oh, God. No, we
But-
just get past New 52.
Yeah, we can do this. We Red Lanterns is good. Red Lanterns is good. Red Lanterns is good. Just keep saying that.
And again, we'll be doing other stuff like the Justice League stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, this idea again, I don't think it's executed badly.
Mm.
I just think the foundational concept of the reservoir of emotional energy being set at the beginning of the universe just seems, huh?
Do you think it would work any better if Relic was working with faulty knowledge? Like, say, this is what killed his universe, but say he's under the notion that these lanterns are killing this universe, but that's not the case.
Yeah, I mean, that would be awesome, but I don't know if we're going to get that answer, right? I think
Yeah,
they just stop him and then they don't refer to it anymore.
But would that work better? Because
Excuse me. Yeah, I think so.
it would make more sense them going full force, trying to go full force against them. Be like, no, it's not destroying the universe. Check your math,
Yeah. Double check. Yeah, you forgot to carry your one there, dude.
And again, go back to that concept. He lost a few marbles, surviving the death of one universe. So,
hmm I mean, and the thing is, I think he has a really cool design. He's got a really cool motivation, but that motivation can't be true in this one, or all of the cores are the bad guys, right? They're
Yeah.
killing the universe. So if that's true, then we're supposed to root for Relic, who is actually a murderer, because he straight up murders all of the Blues, even after he's destroyed their battery and they don't have any additional power. And they're just kind of sitting there going, totally just, meditating, I guess. I don't know.
What if we had really steered into the Galactus skid with Relic? What if it's like, no, the rings aren't destroying the universe, but he's like, to live, I might have to eat a planet every so often, but you know what I love the most? Emotional spectrum
Energy. Yeah, that's what I need to live. That's the thing that I need to live. I mean, yeah, I think that would have been, and then he's going to be attacking them because to survive, he has to now.
So all of a sudden, you give all the cores a Galactus level threat.
Yep. That could just be out there roaming around.
That would have been a cool thing for them to do the first thing after Jeff Johns.
Mm-hmm.
And again, if done right, I guarantee you they'd still be using Relic as, DC's Galactus.
Yep. I agree. But here we are.
So how do you feel about the Citadel actually being like an escape?
I think that's really good. I hope that there are lots of citadels around the planet,
Yeah.
so all the people around the planet can get off.
Just like the people of the Mosaic did.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
You know what I was thinking that once they said, oh yeah, the Citadel's actually a escape craft, I was like, the old Guardians probably had a backup plan, in case anyone ever went nuts and tried to destroy the core.
I wonder if that would never happen.
Because they stood there and did nothing.
Yeah, totally nothing.
To a man with no power ring on him.
Slowly walked to the central power battery and just hopped right in.
Exactly. But yeah, so they abandon Oa. Of course, it blows up. I do like, though, is like they basically, Voz lets all the prisoners go because, again, this isn't like Emerald Twilight. We're just forgetting there's a bunch of people on Oa.
Yeah, exactly. Getting them out of their science cells and say, go to a ship. You don't have to fight. Just get out of here.
Yeah.
Again, that's something the the Green Lantern Corps and the Guardians as, jailers. That's just something I've never liked,
I mean, like I said, I think when they talked about it, when the new team started, where it's like they were leaving the, like all the henchmen with local authorities, but they were taking in the big,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I get it if it's something like big and powerful that, maybe no one else can contain, but
But everybody else, I mean, Bolfunga, he shouldn't be in a science cell. He's a bounty hunter. He should be in prison somewhere else.
Can't draw a row.
Yeah, I mean, Kanjar Row, I don't know.
Does he have any power? I mean,
I don't know. Yeah, Evil Star, you'd have to be, a heavyweight, I think, to be,
yeah.
a galactic level threat or better or something.
But that's always been the problem because for a while there wasn't like Goldface in a psi cell. I was like, he's just like a dude in armor.
Yeah, he's just a dude in gold armor, not yellow armor, gold armor. Anyway,
Yeah.
whatever.
I'm trying to think who would be a big thing. Yeah.
Okay, Sinestro. Yeah, I mean, former GLs, they're their responsibility. Definitely Sinestro. Now, I go back and forth. They should present core members, like Yellow Lanterns or because some of those Yellow Lanterns are totally not nice people. They're horrific.
Oh, they're like serial killers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Even without their
without
rings.
the ring, then just put them in prison and lock the door, throw away the key. But
exactly. You know what I was thinking? He didn't start out as a Lantern villain, but again, in Jeff Johns' run, he kind of became sort of one for a while. Cyborg Superman.
Oh yeah.
Lock him up because I mean he can jump his mind in the machinery. Yeah, keep him locked in a psi cell.
Yeah, or throw him in the source wall. Oh wait, that didn't work.
All right. All right. I don't want to bring this episode down any more than we have, but yeah, who's a worthy psi cell Superboy Prime.
Oh, definitely, yes. Oh.
He's got the Superman level power. Yeah, he's deserving of psi cell.
Yeah, and maybe even Zod. Of course, Zod is now somewhere else doing other things. So politically, I don't. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah.
So basically, Kryptonians, Daxamites. Yeah, I could see them get locked in a psi cell.
Yeah, exactly.
Just a psi cell made of number 2 pencils.
Exactly.
Well, at least for the Daxamites.
Yeah. Yeah. So good that they remembered that there were people in the science cells. Good that they remembered there are other people on Oa. So hopefully everybody got off. But how many people are on Oa? How many people did the first the freaking Third Army? I mean, we still don't. We have.
Yeah, but they were slow.
They were slow. Yeah, we never really got answers on.
Again, how much of the core is left?
Yeah.
We've seen like a handful or two in these with the new team. I'm like, is everyone else just off in the galaxy? Did we kill off most of the Green Lantern Corps?
Did we kill off most of the universe because of the Third Army? I mean, I don't know.
I mean, we're talking like, Thanos snap levels. I mean, what's...
Yeah. I don't know. It's annoying.
Yes.
To not have these answers.
Well, again, New 52, the home for no answers.
Yep.
All right. Anything else? Have we whipped ourselves enough?
I think we have flagellated enough, yes.
All right, kids. Well, the fun continues next episode when we do part 2 from Green Lantern New Guardians 24, Red Lanterns 24, and Green Lantern Annual 2. Oh, I hope. Oh, is guy gonna realize? Oh, hey, the Blues are gone. So Hal Jordan's brilliant backup plan to get me out of the Red Lanterns is gone.
Gone. It's totally gone.
Because even when Hal and them tell them that the Blue Lanterns are gone, Hal's like, wait, the Blues are gone.
Of course, Indigos can be blue and Kyle can be blue, but whatever.
But that white ring's not that powerful, Will.
Yeah, I know. Well, you know what? Just let him die. Kyle can bring him back with his White Lantern ring.
Oh, jeez.
I'm still harping on that, man.
Or just let Relic drain all the Red Lantern battery. Won't that bring them back? Drain all their
Maybe.
power.
They still wouldn't have their hearts. They kind of need all their
Yeah.
blood back. Yeah.
All right. So, and then in 2 weeks, we'll start Threshold 1 through 4. Then the episode after that, 5 through 8. And then we'll get to the first 6 issues of Larfleeze. Then we'll get to the second 6 issues of Larfleeze. Then we come back from all that. We'll get the Red Lanterns 25 through 27.
Awesome. Is that when the Supergirl stuff starts?
I don't know. Hold on, let me look at the app here. Yeah, because we'll have to. Yeah, we'll get some Supergirl issues. Is this another crossover? Might be. Well, because I know there are some Supergirl issues around the Red Lanterns 28 and 29. So if not beforehand, yeah, that should be by then.
Okay, cool. Very cool.
Oh yeah, there's one issue, or there's one episode. It'll be just Supergirl issues. So hopefully it'll be better than Lights Out. Oh, damn us being completionists.
We'll make it. We'll make it. Our will is strong.
Oh,
We have the ability to overcome great fear.
oh look, great! The Lights Out issue of Red Lanterns. Oh, look who's punching it out with Guy Gardner on the cover. Huh? That never happens. Why? Who could that be?
And I, of course, love Hal Jordan.
That makes perfect sense.
Oh yeah, especially now. Yeah, it might not be till Red Lanterns 28 or 29 because. Oh yeah, Red Lanterns 28 isn't on the app under the Red Lantern series because it's that damn flip book. Yeah,
flip book. That's right. Yeah.
it's digital. We could just take the half that's the flip book and oh god.
Yeah.
I don't know why they did those damn flip books. All right. I'd ask if you're ready to get out of here, but I know you are, so
Yeah.
I was like, I'm ready to get out of here before I was even here.
Yeah, this just
Things New 52. Things that make you go, ugh.
That's right.
All right, kids. So yeah, send us your thoughts. Again, if you can defend this, please do. Email us CapesandLunatics@gmail.com or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember, you can find every episode at CapesLunatics.wordpress.com. Help support our mental health bills by buying merch from TeePublic or Spring. And again, you can always rain random money on us as demanded by our powerful giant Lilith Hellfire.
Make it rain.
Giant, she's 5'3". And of course, the Patreon, where once again you can find exclusive, uncensored content from me and Lilith. And if you are a Patreon patron, you can ask us to discuss certain topics. Anything goes. So, yeah, ask Lilith for more of her personal stories. So yes, please do that and you can do that at patreon.com/CapesandLunatics.
More vicious and brutal than ever.
Thank you, Al. All right. All right. Now we get to this Will Allred, master of the cores, master of the quantum zone, especially master of podcasting, master of collecting Quasar trading cards, and of course, master of several successful Kickstarter campaigns, Mr. Will Fine. Tell these people where they can read some good stories.
Well, I hope so. You can find me at Walred at Gmail and Blue Sky and Facebook and probably a few other places that I forgot that I set up. But if you'd like to read some of the comics that I write, you can do that for Crossover Division. You can do that at crossoverdivision.com. We've successfully kickstarted 5 issues plus a hardcover that collected the first 4. Number 6 should be coming out hopefully soon. I've been discussing the schedule with the artist, so hopefully that will be coming soon. If you'd like to check an older series that I wrote, 4 issues, it's called Diary of Night. You can get the trade of or hardcover of that at diaryofnight.com. And obviously, you've got great taste because you're hanging out listening to Phil and I, talk about Green Lantern, which means you probably love Marvel's Quasar almost as much as we do. See, I've got some of the cards right here. Woo-hoo. Anyway, you can find out more about Quasar at the Quantum Zone, quantumzone.org.
I'll put it in my navel.
Hey, you boys, you look at the party? I love the party.
I hope it's going somewhere nice.
They aren't even attempting to enter our orifices.
Star Blast.
I, of course, love Hal Jordan.
I do.
All right, kids. Thank you for holding our hand through this.
Yes.
Mess. Again, we'll continue Lights Out next time. Green Lantern Green Lantern New Guardians 24, Red Lantern 24, and Green Lantern Annual 2. And we'll get some Threshold and some Mark, please.
Mine.
Oh boy. All right, kids, come back next time. And remember, watch out where you build your house and watch out for them neighbors. Good night.